to Arsenal West Ham. So why not? Let's crack on with that one. John, you want to start with the confidence of West Ham?
Not really. I'm not very confident at all by any stretch of the imagination at the moment. Just watching that performance against fucking Newcastle. The second half was just, we were non-existent for like 20 minutes. Oh. It was just we just don't look like we want to play, which is worrying. And that's good for Arsenal. Ooh. Especially with winning, like all guns going on that. He's going to be scoring and getting assists, shitloads.
Do you think you look weaker through the middle of the pitch or kind of wider, do you think? Where do the problems come from?
I'd say wider. We lack the pace up the edge. I don't know what happened to Anderson. He used to be like the fucking man, and now he's just slow, and I don't really know. He lacks the passion, in my opinion. Souček gets in the right areas. He's in the box. He's there. Bowen might be. He's pacey, to be fair to Bowen, but he has his off days. So we need it up both sides, in my opinion.
And I'd like to ask a question like, where are you stronger? No, but let's be real. From the Arsenal we saw last week, where can you confidently say that West Ham have an advantage?
I don't think I can.
John, don't ever defend your team for you, mate. Come on.
I mean, Antonio's the only real one that would be, if he can hit that kind of form, then that's where the strength is, right there. Because he can hold it up and then lets people get forward and then can also score as well.
I'm not ruling out West Ham. I'm not just yet. I'll tell you why.
Wait, for next week for the season?
Well, this week. The season, but this week. Stars make fights.
The season was like a more okay thing to say, but
no, I think stars make fights, and I think where David Moyes' teams, full stop, where they look good is against the bigger teams that come and really try and break them down. He's very good at setting up a team to be almost boring, but in those games you don't mind boring because you're like, we expect to get battered here. If we look solid, we'll take it. So in these kind of games, the fans buy into the style, the players buy into the style, and West Ham have actually got one or two players that should trouble Arsenal. Bowen's got a bit about him. Souček is a physical machine. Antonio is, again, bit about him. I'm not saying West Ham are favourites by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't think it will be as clear-cut as it seems. Having said that, West Ham behind the scenes is worrying me as much as West Ham in front of the scenes. You think for Mark Noble to come out and talk the way he did about that signing, the sale of Diangana to West Brom, that really worried me. That tells me there's huge problems behind the scenes.
We should have never let him go. And he was pacey and he was good. And he was young as well.
What did you call it, Brian?
I can't remember the exact words, but yeah, it was like the biggest steal of the season at least. Like, I just don't understand it. But then even with West Ham, I think what you said just then about like, there is one or two players. There's more than one or two players that are brilliant at West Ham. So I think that's how you know there's something going on behind the scenes. Because like look at like Fornals was so highly rated when he comes in.
Under 21.
Mark Noble with the experience, Declan Rice, Diop is a good player, Fredericks is a good player, Bowen's a good player, Anderson, Yarmolenko was brilliant at one stage, Fabianski is a world-class goalkeeper. You have all the tools there.
World class, I have to stop you on, but he's good.
World class technically. He would probably play for Poland at this time, wouldn't he? So probably.
But Poland? Shez, come on. Are you sure about that?
He never really bounced back from that injury, though.
Yes.
He was injured for a good couple of months. He never really came back from that properly. Maybe this season, but...
Yeah, that's true. And in terms of prices, Antonio, 6.5. I'm going to try and reel off the ones you just said there, Brian, but you gave me a few. Yarmolenko, 6. Lanzini, 6.5.
No, my point was that I don't think you can put any of them in your team. They're great players, but I just, which one would you put in your team? Because you can't rely on any of them just because of something that's going on.
I think you're going to have to do what I did last season. Just keep your eye on it and then when it looks like a player's about to hit form, take a risk. And if it pays off, it pays off. If it doesn't, you're fucked.
Probably Bowen. Surely Bowen is maybe the guy this season that could kick on. I think I even said that at the beginning of the season. If there's anyone that's going to... Because he's got a point to prove. Because he's no Premier League proven player. So he could be your guy.
Bowen is definitely a good shout. I like Souček. I think... just because I think he'll be dangerous to set pieces. He's 5 million. So he'll be good to fill out your bench. You know he's going to play every week under Moyes. So if you have a big player that doesn't play, or you get done on Pep's roulette or whatever it might be, your first choice sub is more than likely going to come in with something. And last year, in the last 9 games of the season, he averaged 4 points a game. Which isn't bad for someone of that value.
No, he came in quite late as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to, you wouldn't build your team around Souček, but he's decent. He's fodder. And to be honest, I'm